Greetings, happy, gracious vibrations to you all that are tuning into this video. I wanted to talk to you today about how do you deal with detractors, dealing with your detractors. This message is specifically for people who come out against your lifestyle, your livelihood, or just the way you choose to live. Okay? And even if you are a messenger, a communicator, as I am, you must understand that communication isn't just verbal. Communication is also body language, is also mental language, psychological language, is also spiritual language, and it's also emotional language. So you can tell who people are not by what they say, but the feeling you get from them from the very beginning. You can tell who people are not by what they say or the feeling you get from them, but how they think, what comes out of their brain, inside of on their posts on Facebook, on their posts on Instagram and Twitter, the things they share. This is what's coming out of their mind. Psychologically, you must analyze what comes out onto the platforms that they share their messages to. You must analyze, okay, if this is what they share, then something tells me by way that this is how they think, or this is how they see the world, because we project to the world what is inside, not what is outside influences what is inside. You understand? And so we are projecting from within ourselves the things we post, share, and put and paste on our platforms and in our lives. And so language communication comes by way of many different forms. Emotional language. You can get a vibration from a person simply on how they express the way they feel. And it may not be something against you, but how they feel about themselves, their self-esteem, their confidence, their fear of certain things, their lack of certain things, their doubt of certain things, their trust in certain things, begin to express to you in emotional language on who these people are. Why is this even important that I bring that up to you? Because communication is a big part of who a person is that is coming into your life, that is detracting from you. As far as detraction goes, this could be someone who is pulling from you or taking you away from your journey, your path, getting you off course, getting you off the course and the journey that has been set before you, your purpose, your calling, your true nature of who you are. This person, whether they are emotionally detracting, whether they are psychologically detracting, whether they are spiritually detracting, or whether they are verbally detracting, you have to analyze and break down each and every detractor, even each and every detraction level of a being. So we have to start becoming communicators of language in every format. And we have to begin to learn people, because people are the biggest catalyst to our stagnation or our elevation. People are the biggest catalyst to our stagnation or our elevation. Now, why do I put the onus on people and not on oneself? You understand what I'm saying? Because I spoke about this in the video before, protecting your sacred space. And if you allow people into your sacred space, that person is going to bring in a form of themselves, not a form of you, but a form of themselves. And people that come into your sacred space that you've let a wall down to allow in, you understand, this person has now gained access to you. And so once they get any little bit of knowledge on you, they could use it for the benefit of themselves, or they could use it for the detraction of yourself. You understand? And even themselves, getting them off course, getting them off their journey. Because some people are born critics. Some people are born propagandists. Some people are born gossipers. Some people are born this way, to take information and spread it and make gossip about it, to take information and spread it and make news about it, to take information and share it, okay, on their pages and make sure that the world sees it. And that's the craziest thing to me. That's why I'm very careful if I do share anything on my page, because it's not about, you have to understand that these social media platforms and people These people, they are a machine, and people, I say people too, because people are fed by a machine, a propagandist machine. And so what people are putting out as a detractor to your message, they're just regurgitating what they're programmed with. You understand? And so what is intuitively happening to you, my divines, is when people in these social media platforms that we share our messages to, you got to understand these things are beasts. And we must feed the beast. We must not allow the beast to feed us. And if we do allow the beast to feed us, we must begin to look inside at and analyze what it is that this being is putting out there for me to eat on, for me to chew on, for me to swallow, for me to bite on. What is this being putting out there? Am I going to eat this, swallow this, bite this, chew this? I must look at that before I take a bite. You know, a dog has to always put its mouth on something to test it out. You understand what I'm saying? But we've been given, but dogs also have a sixth sense, and they can test people's vibration too. But we've been given the great ability to analyze. You understand? Dogs sometimes don't have that ability to analyze. Dogs can sense and they react. Dogs sense and they react. They can tell if you're a good person. They can tell if you're a bad person. You understand? And sometimes dogs have to nibble on things to test it out and see if it's edible or if it's not edible, if it's harmful or if it's not harmful. But we get the great ability to analyze people, to look at people and be critical of ourselves and seeing this person, am I worthy to be in this person's space? Am I worthy to invade this person's space? Or is this person, or we have to analyze and see if this person is worthy of invading my space. Is this person worthy of being in my sacred space? You understand? And so we got to be careful before, because of the people that come in, who we put ourselves before and who we allow to come in. Because this is how you're going to handle dealing with detractors. I'm just breaking down to you what a detractor look like. Now, how to deal with a detractor is a different story. How do you deal with a detractor? Well, you eliminate the problem. And this is by removing yourself from anyone, any page, any subscription you have gotten, you subscribe to. You must remove yourself from those pages, those social media platforms, anything that is feeding your mind and your psychological, because all things are language communicating to you on a vibrational level. You must remove these things from feeding you and suffocating you with their energy, with their overwhelming negativity. And so you have to begin to stop the movement of that thing. Stop the movement of people coming in. Sometimes it's perfectly okay to tell people you got to cut them off. You understand? This is how you deal with a detractor. You know, how do you deal with a snake that is poisonous? Well, especially if one is attacking you, well, you try and find a way to cut his head off so it don't bite you, right? Not saying that we should harm animals, but what I'm saying is if there's a snake trying to attack you and you happen to have a machete in your hand, you can stomp his head out, or you can chop the head off. I'm just saying, you understand? You got to cut it off right there where the poison can come in at. You see, the poison comes in at the head of the snake, so you got to cut it off where the poison can come in at. You have to cut off people in every sense of the word. You have to begin to deal with detractors this way. One way is cutting them off, completely off. You ain't got to tell people you owe no one an explanation. You don't have to tell people why you stop talking to them. You don't have to tell people why you cut them off. You don't have to tell people why. You don't have to give people a reason. You just got to know that this person is no good for me. I'm taking it another route. Block them. You know, the ability to have social media pages is the ability to block people. Block people. Tell people, people can create more pages, but you just got to put that work out there and block people. How else do you deal with a detractor? Here's the greatest one I like, is you don't even acknowledge them. Don't even respond. Don't acknowledge people. And you got to make them. This is the best way I've dealt with a detractor. I've made a detractor, what we call haters, I've made them see that all the work you're about to get ready to put out there about me, all the information you're trying to get out there and put out there about me, anything that you have on me that you're about to get out there and put out there about me, I want you to understand that you got a heavy workload on your hand. You understand? And when you show people how much of a workload that they have to do the work in order to make sure that the whole world knows all about the negative person you may be to them, or the treacherous person you may be to them, or the scandalous person you may be to them, whatever they may have an idea of about you, the best way is to not acknowledge them And you must show them that they have a workload on their hands. And so I dealt with people where I made them see, you come after me, I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm not going to fight with you, argue with you, come at you, go head to head with you. I'm not going to do all of that. I'm just going to keep working me, and I'm going to show you, all the people you trying to get this information in front of, you got literally hundreds of thousands of people to go. You understand what I'm saying? And unless you Fox News or CNN News and you can spread this message worldwide, you got a lot of work to do. You understand? To get the word out about me, of why you may hate me or not like me or whatever. You got a lot of work before you. And that's a heavy workload. Why? Because my purpose is my purpose and it's not yours. You're not going to be able to stop me from living my purpose. You're not going to be able to stop me from living in my purpose. I'm going to live my purpose, live in it on an everyday basis. And so the people that I got to go to, you got a lot of work ahead of you. The people I'm prepped to go to and see and minister to and heal, you got a lot of work ahead of you. You got to keep up with me because I stay up all night. You understand what I'm saying? You got to keep up with me because I'm all over the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here and there. You got to keep up with me. I'm always going to be 10 steps ahead of you. And so, therefore, I don't acknowledge the person. I just don't give them that kind of grip on me. I just look at them and say, do your thing. Have fun doing it. I hope that everybody that you get the word out to hates me. I hope everybody you get the word out to don't like me. They unfollow me. They stop sharing. Whatever it is you got to do. But you still got millions of people to go that I got to go to that don't know nothing about you, nothing about what you putting out there. You got work on your hands. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm some bad person, but just saying that people that hate on you and want to find any dirt on you. And I don't have a squeaky clean past. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, people are going to find things on you. Another way to deal with a detractor is by simply remaining. You don't even have to not acknowledge them, but you have to remain at peace. You have to remain one within yourself. And therefore, when you're hearing the information, it really doesn't register. You understand? Because you know that you are not who you were yesterday. And people say you are not who you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm saying I'm not who I was a second ago. I'm not who I was 10 minutes ago. I know it just happened, but I can change in an instant. I know what happened 5 minutes ago happened, but I can change in an instant. You understand? I can make the rational ability to change right now in the moment. You understand? And so don't be holding me to what happened to what I did 5 minutes ago. Don't be holding me to what I did 10 minutes ago, an hour ago, yesterday, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Don't be holding me to that being because I can change at a rapid moment anytime I get ready to change. And so, and I can change for the better. And the change only happens like a light switch. It's like flipping on a light switch. That's how quick someone can change. So what I did 5 minutes ago, I can apologize if it hurt you, but in the at that moment, but in this moment, I don't have to apologize for who I am because I've changed. I've changed within the 5 minutes of the last 5 minutes. I've changed within the last 10 minutes. I've changed. I can change my thinking in the flip of a light switch. That's how quick I can change. And so don't be holding me to my past. You understand? And so you deal with a detractor by just remaining centered, remaining in peace, remaining calm, remaining at the center of the hurricane, as I talk about, the center of the eye of the hurricane where there's calm and where there's peace at. You understand? Remain there because that's where peace resides. And all the chaos that's going on outside the eye of the hurricane, you understand? Let that be. They cannot touch the calm and the peaceness of the eye of the hurricane. They cannot touch that. So people will understand, whoa, I can't penetrate this being's mind. I can't penetrate this being's heart. I can't penetrate this being's spirit. And they're protected. They're protected by something heavier than what I can bring and hit them with. So whose work is it going to be for the word to get out about you, whether it be good or bad? It's going to be the people's job. The people's job. So how does word get spread about me? Word of mouth. The people's job. How does word get spread about me if it's on a negative end, on a negative tip? The people. It's the people's job. So if people don't like me, they spread the word. Word gets spread word of mouth. I can't help that. But the work is up to them, not up to me. You want to put the word out about me? Go ahead, be my guest. You do it. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna go against you. I'm not gonna hate you. I'm gonna remain. I'm gonna remain in my beingness, center, like the calm in the eye of the storm of the hurricane. That's what I'm going to be. Okay? That's how you deal with your detractors. All right? This is Guru Obeng, and I just want to say I love you, I love me, I love us. I am.